Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon po.
Wait lang. Okay. So for today's topic, for today's video, for today's topic, we'll talk about the objectives are evaluate from an ethical point of view the digital age, reflects on the benefits and risk of presenting your identities in a different ways online, and demonstrate yourself in a non-harmful way. Okay, let's have mm, a warm-up activity. Okay, very easy. You just need to guess this icon. Okay, pero ano, no coaching tayo. Raise your hands if you know the answer, then I'll call you. Then of course, just unmute your mic so that you can participate. So this first icon here, this very first one. Okay, Rachel, as if you don't know that. What's that?
Instagram po. Sir. Instagram, sir.
Sasalita ka na ba, Rachel? Wala akong naririnig. Baka may problema sa audio ko. Yes, Rachel, what's that?
Instagram po, sir.
I can't hear anything. Magsalita ka nga, Rachel.
Hello po, sir.
Okay, wala akong naririnig. Wait lang. Plug in, plug out ko lang. Headset ko. Okay, yung ganyan. Magsalita ka nga ulit, please.
Hello po, sir.
Ay, ang hina. Ay, oo nga, mahina. Okay. Okay, that's correct. So that's Instagram. Next is this one. Who knows what's this icon? This thing here that looks like a owl, probably. Yeah. Anyone who knows this? Just a guess. How about yes, Mary Grace?
Discord po ba? Not sure po.
Ba't ganun ang hina ng audio ko? Wait lang, class ah. Magpapalit lang ako ng headset. 1 second. I got my message.
Guard mo, babe.
Okay, sorry about that. Um, no, that's incorrect. I asked Jubilee, what's this icon? Jubilee? Okay, yes. Nagsalita ka na ba, Jubilee?
Nag-chat po, sir.
Ba't ganun?
Sir, tinype niya po.
Ay, ang hina talaga. What is happening? Sorry guys.
Yung
Ah.
wire.
It's all right. Okay, Alexis, can you try to talk?
Hello po, sir. Ayan po.
Oh my goodness. Pasensya na class, hindi ko. Ganun, wala ko naririnig. Wait lang. Okay naman. I'm not sure kung ako yung may problema or sa end nyo. Ano na lang, class, paunahan na lang mag-unmute kayo kung alam nyo to. What's this icon? Just unmute, class, if you know the answer. Wala akong naririnig na nagsasalita sa inyo. Sensya na class, wait lang.
Sir, ang
Tanggalin-
sagot po ni Ate Jubilee,
Tanggalin ko na lang kaya.
advisor po.
Yan. All right, so what's this icon here, class? Pwede na kami magsalita.
Sir, ang sagot po ni Ate Jubilee, trip advisor daw po.
Okay. Erica, nagsalita ka na ba? Oh my goodness. Bakit
Opo,
ganito?
sir.
May technical issue tayo, class. Wait lang ah. Ano nangyari dito? Ulit ko nga. Wait lang. Headset. Mic.
Wala po kami narinig, sir.
How about this class? Can you give me thumbs up kung naririnig niyo na ako? All right, very good. Excellent. Okay, how about you, class? Magsalita nga kayo.
Hello po, sir.
Hello po, hello
Hello
po.
po, sir.
Hindi ko kayo naririnig. Wait lang ah. Headphones. Eto class, magsalita nga kayo. Check. Hello?
Hi
Hello
po,
po,
sir.
Hello po,
Hello.
sir.
Hello
Okay,
po, sir.
hindi kita wala ko naririnig. Isa pa. Check, mic. Hello?
Hello po.
Hello po, sir.
Sige. Meron na. Naririnig niyo ako?
Yes po.
Po, sir, naririnig.
Okay. So, ano na lang. Okay na, sige. Yeah. Going back. How about this one? What's this icon? Just unmute if you know the answer.
Viber.
Viber po.
Good, Viber. Let's check. Very good. How about this one?
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn po.
LinkedIn. Okay, good. How about this one?
Pinterest.
Pinterest.
This one?
Apps.
No? Yeah, hindi siya familiar sa atin. Si Razel, nakataas pa rin yung kamay. Unmute mo lang, Razel, kung gusto mo magsagot. It's Periscope. So kahit ako, di ko alam yan. This one?
Skype.
Skype po.
Okay. This one?
Flickr po.
Okay, Flickr. Ang galing ah. Parang very few yung nakakahula niyan. So of course, ito, hindi ka tao pag hindi mo alam yan.
Facebook.
Facebook.
Ito. Yan, hindi ka rin
App Store
tao pag
po.
hindi mo alam yan.
Apple.
Okay, this one. To challenging to.
Vlogger po.
Okay, very good. Yung iba sinasagot dito, Bing. It's vlogger. And this one?
YouTube.
Kasi if hindi nyo alam, ito.
Google
Google
Plus.
Plus po.
Google Plus.
This one?
Snapchat.
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 Snapchat. And of course. And last
Telegram.
one?
WhatsApp.
All right, very good. Okay, now class, let's ask Donna Joy. Donna Joy, hello?
Hello po, sir.
Mga ilang percentage ng mga application na nasa harap mo ang ginagamit mo? On your estimate, around, do you use at least more than 3 of these apps? Donna Joy.
Dalawa lang po, sir. Hello po, sir. Dalawa lang po. Facebook, tsaka YouTube lang po.
Facebook tsaka LinkedIn lang. Okay.
YouTube po.
Okay, yeah. Facebook at saka YouTube. How about you, Ira Kate? How many of these apps here you are using? Ira, Sagum?
Ano po sir, 6 po sa apps deck.
Yes, Ira?
6 po sa app po na nasa.
Okay, 6. All right. So it says here, class, that out of the 100 million or more than sa 110 plus million na tayo sa Pilipinas, ang penetration ng internet is of course pwede natin to i-multiply by mas marami na sa, kasi ano pa to, medyo outdated na tong data na to. So 100 million population of the Philippines, the penetration of internet users are as we speak probably more than 50% na or more. And social media accounts are almost half of the population of the Philippines, are more than half actually, are using internet. And mobile connection, mas marami pa yung mobile connection natin, ang active SIM card user, kaysa sa population ng Pilipinas. Kasi probably because people are using multiple SIM cards in one device. That's why mas maraming mobile connection kaysa sa population ng Pilipinas. And it is also indicated here that in Southeast Asia, Philippines have the highest youth usage of mobile internet. So 18 to 24 years old na mobile internet user ang pinakamarami sa Pilipinas across Southeast Asia. Okay, so of course kabilang kayo sa bracket ng 18 to 24 years old na mobile internet user across Southeast Asia. Okay, so here are our questions that we need to probably ask. Real identity versus online identities, is this the same thing? So let's ask someone from your class. Let's hear it from Mary Grace, Francia. Is your identity online and your identity offline the same thing?
Yes, sir.
All right. Same thing. Another question, do you lie when you are online? So ano naman class, survey lang. Give me a thumbs up if you once did lie when you are online. Not probably big lie naman, parang ano lang, white lies when you are in Facebook, when you social media account. So do you lie when you are online? Okay, probably more hands are raising there. Okay, mga half of your classmates said that they probably lie when they are online. Not necessarily big lies na, pero mga ano lang. For example, minay-day mo yung today, pero last week pa pala yun. Something like that. Okay, so white lies. So yun, white lies. You think it's harmless. And next is, what do you lie about? What is your profile about? Who are you online and who are you offline? And who do you really want to be? Okay, so it says here that anonymity online is hard to achieve when you have a digital presence. So if you want to become anonymous online, that is hard to achieve. Okay, because regardless of the, maybe if you intentionally become anonymous online. Okay, you don't disclose your real name, your location, etc. There is still way to find, to locate that particular footprint that you do online to you. Okay, kahit na sabihin mo na hindi mo i-disclose yung real name mo. So that's why it says here that anonymity or being anonymous online is very hard to achieve. Once you use internet, what will happen is that you will automatically have a digital presence or your footprint online. Next is account that I created and forgotten had appeared posts that I have written in the past, photos of me. So probably there are worst case scenario that you have created your probably TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, any account that you forgot the password login and you post there some public post that you cannot delete anymore. Okay, probably there's still ways to delete that. Contact the Facebook customer service and to help you delete the Instagram account or Facebook account, etc. But the bottom line is, as much as you can Google yourself, anyone can also do that. Okay? So pag ginugol mo yung sarili mo, may lalabas na digital footprint mo, yung pinagagawa mo sa different platform, even the government. Let's say you pass the civil service or the licensure examination for teachers. That is part of your digital footprint. Anything that can be traced to you online, okay? Be it your employer, your future employer, yourself, or any other. As long as you use internet, you will have a digital footprint already. So I, me, myself, and my user ID, online identity. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Lazada, Yahoo, so e-commerce platform, etc. And then that will become your online identity, facts about you and your actions. Okay? So kahit na e-commerce platform yan, yung mga meron ka pa rin namang account doon, di ba? Makikita nga yung followers mo sa sa Shopee, and you can have a follower there also, and you can customize the cover photo and your profile pic. So that is part of your online identity. Anything that you do online, be it in a social media platform, in an e-commerce platform, dating apps, in learning management system, etc. Okay, all of those platforms. So there are two ideas that we need to understand. The online identity is, of course, the sum of your characteristics and your interactions online. The total. Pag inad mo yung account mo sa Shopee, sa Lazada, sa TikTok, sa Instagram, sa Facebook, sa YouTube, sa LinkedIn, sa learning management system, sa Google Classroom, lahat yon. That is your online identity. Okay? Now, meron din tayong concept na we need to understand is the persona. Your partial identity created by you to represent yourself in a specific situation. For example, class, of course, sa ayaw nyo at sa hindi, magiging teacher kayo in the future. Okay? So, let's assume na magiging teacher na kayo. So, probably, pagka naging teacher na kayo, yung Facebook account, yung magiging friend nyo doon yung chairperson, principal, colleagues nyo, and probably some of your students. So most likely, your persona on Facebook is more on a professional side. So let's say you post their webinars, seminars that you attended to. Okay, you post things like about career related. Okay, you share post about CHED, DepEd. So yun yung persona mo online. You are a professional teacher on your Facebook account. But of course, hindi lang naman yun yung side nyo. If you have an Instagram account, probably what you post there is very different from your Facebook account. So in Instagram, you post your drinking session, your karaoke session, your travel photos, nasa beach ka, okay, umiinom ka. So those things. So you have a different persona in Facebook and Instagram. So that is persona. So sometimes you created this persona subconsciously, or may ano naman instances na you created this persona intentionally. So may dalawang uri ng pag-create ng persona. You intended it. Gusto mo yun yung makita na impression sa'yo ng tao, or ganun ka talaga. Okay? Na you really love to travel, you know, you really love going on adventure, climbing mountains, those things. Okay, so ano ba yung mga common persona na nakikita natin sa mga different platforms na to? May isa is you love sports, so you keep on posting basketball, you know, the SEA Games, boxing. So that's your persona. You love sports. Another persona that you might see on Facebook is that you love to eat. Okay, you always post food, kung saan yung the best kainan, mga kung ano yung dinner mo, eating out. So that's your persona also. Another persona is that you are an advocate of, let's say, environmental cause, something like that. Okay, or you are fighting for animal welfare. Okay, you share posts from United Nations, from PETA. So those things, okay, those are different persona that you subconsciously or intentionally created to represent yourself in different platforms. So of course, kapag in-add mo lahat yon, yung Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, that will be your online identity. Okay, so we have online identity, the sum of your characteristics and your interactions, and also we have your persona, your partial identity created by you to represent yourself in a specific platform or situation. Okay, so those are the two concepts that we need to understand what we are online. Okay, let's have a little bit of interaction here. Can you give me a thumbs up if your persona on a different platforms are somehow different? Can you give me a thumbs up if that applies to you? Okay, kay Paula lang applicable yung pagkakaroon ng different persona. Ano sa yung class that this is bad, ano lang to, that is really how it goes. Okay, so ganun talaga yun. Kasi, of course, kung ano ka, kung ganun ka talaga sa, let's say, your persona in Twitter and persona in Facebook, so of course, different on magkakaiba. Okay, so let's have a little bit of survey. Okay. I want you to utilize the chat box. Okay. Now, just rate in a scale of 1 to 10 how do you feel this morning? Okay, kaninang umaga, ano yung nararamdaman mo? 4, if of course, you know, neutral lang. Okay, nagising pala ako. I'm not sure kung happy ako or malungkot. Nagising lang ako. Then 3, if masaya ka naman. Then 5, if not so much, etc. Okay. So how do you feel about school? Yeah, 4. Kasi hindi nyo maramdaman yung ano, na second year college na pala kayo. Next is, how do you feel about your classmates? Okay. And how do you feel about your friends? And how do you feel about yourself? And how do you feel about what other think of you? Probably your reputation or how your neighbor, your relatives, your family see you. How would you rate that? Kung paano ka nila nakikita? So, 4, ano lang, neutral lang. Or 2, maybe 1 or 2 kung very proud sila sa'yo. Or, okay, ano naman, parang yourself din to, pero how do you see you're actually yourself? So wala kang pakialam kahit 5 or 6 or 7 yung rating, yung nakikita sa'yo ng community mo or nakapaligid sa'yo. Pero to yourself, how do you actually see yourself when regardless of everything that's around you? Okay. Okay, and how about when you are online in Facebook? How do you feel? Okay. And how do you feel when you are posting in Facebook? When nagpo-post ka sa Facebook, ano nararamdaman? Okay, and how about in Twitter? When you are posting in Twitter, how do you feel? How about in Instagram? How do you feel when you are posting in Instagram? Okay. Your online identity as a whole. Yung buong online identity nyo so far. Masaya ba kayo sa pinagagawa nyo sa internet since 2005 up until now? 2005 talaga. Okay. So at least wala namang 5, 6, 7. So yun, kung most of your answers are 1, 2, 3, it means that you have a positive online self-representation. And of course, if 5, 6, 7, you have a negative online self-presentation. So some of you are in just neutral, pero some of you are nasa ano naman, positive. Very few yung nasa negative side. Okay, so we did this before on our first day of meeting, the 2 truths and 1 lie. And we are able to understand that kahit face-to-face, kahit nga, hindi naman face-to-face pala, kahit na sinabi sa inyo directly ng classmate nyo, we can still be able to identify, they can still manufacture lie, which is believable. Okay? Are you getting it? Kahit na kilala nyo yung mga classmate nyo, kahit nasa online lang kayo nakikita, pero yung mga kaya nilang sabihin, magbigay ng statement na kahit hindi totoo, believable siya. Okay? So yun, harap-harapan lang sinasabi sa inyo yun. What more kung hindi pa nasa different platform, kahit hindi kaharap, sinasabi yun. Which we can identify na mahirap talaga ma-distinguish kung ano yung totoo sa hindi. Okay? So here, we also did that. So did you learn anything from your classmates that you didn't know before? How hard was it to figure out which statement were true and which one was made up only? What clues helped you decide? So may mga clues pa rin naman para ma-identify natin kung ano yung mga hindi totoo na nire-release na statement ng mga classmates nyo. So it says here that self-presentation is the process of controlling how one is perceived, okay, by other people. So what you do on those different types of platform is you control how you are will be perceived by others. Okay, so of course, you are that, and you are controlling information about yourself so that others will have a favorable impression about you. And of course, it's the key to relationship inception and development. So doon kasi nagsisimula yung yung of course interaction and relationships such as a friendship, in order to construct positive images, individuals selectively provide information. So this is where I want to highlight the selectively provide information about themselves. So when you selectively provide information, of course, you will carefully select what you want other to see to you. So you select, you filter it, you post that is the highlight of your of your life, because you carefully select it and what you post online. And in return, you will have a response. Of course, those responses or feedback comes in a form of likes, shares, and comments. Okay, so that's the CMC, the computer mediated communication. Okay, starts with a sender. So sender is you. You selectively self-present, revealed in a controlled or in socially desirable fashion. So of course, mag-post ka no acceptable, what is trendy, what is in, because you want to be accepted by others. So that's the sender. Then, of course, you will choose a channel. Channel, ang feature ng isang channel is it facilitates editing, discretion, and convenience to further enhance composition. So different types of channels are the social media platform. Okay, so Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, etc. So those are channels. So kung mapapansin nyo, class, lahat ng channel na yon, meron silang something in common. They facilitates editing. Okay, so it has a feature where you can edit before you can post it. So that's one characteristic. And of course, you have a discretion. It's your choice of what things that you will post in those different types of platform. And of course, it's very convenient. Okay, it's always there. It's always available. And it is always there for you to edit it. Okay, lagi nandiyan yun sa tabi niyo. So yun yung characteristics ng channel. So meron na tayong sender, which is you, of course. And the the channel, which is the different types of platform. And of course, the receiver. This receiver is in a form of a follower, friends, and follower, friends, and subscribers. Okay, so those things, they are the receivers. And what they do when they see those type of stimulus from you is probably they will provide feedback, okay, in a form of reaction, likes, shares, and comments. So that is feedback. And in return, that feedback create a good feeling, because our pituitary gland releases good hormones such as the dopamine, and it has a tendency to become addictive substance, because it's a human nature to search for validation from others. Okay, so that's normal. So wag kayong maniniwala na may isang tao na ayaw niya ng validation from other people, kasi it's part of our survival instinct. If we don't have any validation from others, we will not survive. Going back to our tribal mindset, kasi of course, if we don't have the approval of our tribesmate during the prehistoric times, we will not survive, we will die. So natanim sa isip natin yon na kailangan natin ng approval, kailangan natin ng validation from our peers, from our friends, from the people around us. And ngayon, digital version na siya in a forms of likes, shares, comments, etc. So we seek that validation for us to survive. So nagkakaroon kasi tayo ng good feeling. It's a good feeling to have to be validated by others. So in return, we keep on doing that. That's why we are in a loop, which is a very addictive loop. Na you selectively provide information about yourself, different types of channel from your receiver, and you get the feedback. That feedback feels good because it releases dopamine in our brain, and in return, it will just go on and on and on. That's why it's hard to escape this cycle. That's why the tendency is, the problem is if we are overdoing it. Okay? So, intindihan natin na normal lang yung mag-seek ng validation. But the problem is, we are overdoing it. So that's where the problem will comes in. Kapag everyday na nagsisik ka ng validation, or it's very often na nagsisik ka ng validation. So to reinforce that you are still this person, you are still matalino, maganda, all of those things. Okay, we are overdoing it, and those different types of channels are helping us to do it. Now, the CMC, or the computer mediated communication, dun nga sa channel, editable yung isa sa mga feature niya. Of course, we can edit it. Okay, we can put filter na we can add contrast, the warmth, etc. And even in TikTok, di ba, para na siyang video editing tools that we can add crop and add music, everything. So it's another manifestation of editable. Next is the amount of time one can spend constructing and refining a message. So hindi nila alam, class, yung mga makakita ng post mo is they don't know if how long did you edit it, or yung 10 seconds clip na yun, they don't have any idea kung gaano mo siya katagal in-edit. Okay? Kahit sabihin mong walk up like this, pwedeng naghilamos ka muna or nag-makeup ka muna. They don't have any idea. Okay? So, amount of time one can spend constructing and refining a message is practically unlimited. Kasi kahit yung mga quotes na inisip mo, pwedeng 1 week mo siyang inisip, okay, bago mo i-post, pero wala silang idea doon. Okay? Next is compose and exchange in physical isolation from receiver, masking involuntary clues. Okay, another thing na mag-identify sa CMC, or computer mediated communication, is the masking of involuntary clues. You know, class, almost 50% ng human conversation is through body language. Okay? Pag face-to-face kayo nag-uusap, makikita mo yung mga mannerism, mga involuntary reaction, yung involuntary such as fidgety ba siya, fidgety, or nagbablush ba siya, or na hindi ba siya interesado. Those things, makikita mo yung through body language. Since we are in a computer-mediated communication, nawawala yun. So wala kang idea kung yung, let's say, in a Pacific communication, you don't have any idea kung yung kausap mo is kinikilig, or nagbablush, or nagtatatalo na sa saya, or wala lang sa kanya. Sometimes, hindi mahirap ma-distinguish kung ganun. Okay? Because it masks involuntary clues. So, self-presentation and audience. Self-disclosure, inconsistent images. So sometimes you have a tendency to be inconsistent with your persona. So for example, yung persona mo is mahilig ka sa meme. Okay, you always share meme. So yun yung naging persona mo na sa Facebook, or sa Facebook lang naman madalas yung mga meme. Okay. But sometimes nagkakaroon ka rin ng persona na it's like you are depressed. Parang ito, class, nakikita kong trend na may mga persona na ngayon sa nagiging genre na yung pagiging depressed, or genre, or persona na they are coping up with yung mga depression, anxiety, yung sad boy genre. Alam niyo na ba yung class? Paano na siya nagiging genre ngayon? That's another persona also. And yun nga, nako-confuse ka na kasi hindi mo alam kung memer ka or sad boy ka. There are confusion to you also that you are creating the persona that you created to yourself. Next is celebrity culture. Reflect attention-seeking behavior. Class, based sa survey sa mga Gen Z, isa sa mga gusto nilang ma-achieve is fame. More than health, more than money, more than good relationship, but fame. Isa sa mga number one goal ng mga nasa Generation Z. Okay? So, that's what celebrity culture. Sometimes you do everything so that you can become famous. Okay? Celebrity reflect attention-seeking behavior. Next is, of course, obviously, you want to be more positive. People would behave in ways that were more positively represented when they are seen by others. So when you are in those different type of platform, you are being seen by others. So obviously, tendency is you want others to see you in a positive way. Okay? Siguro mga 90% ng post is, of course, they want to be seen as favorably by others. Yung ibang 10% na, napopost sila ng mga struggles nila or yung mga paghihirap nila, kung wala na silang financial struggles nila. May mga nagpo-post din naman ng ganun, okay? Pero most of the time, of course, they choose something that will make them look good in those different types of platform. Okay, can someone interpret this picture here? The Facebook version of you versus the realistic version of you. How would you interpret this picture here? Raise your hand if you want to answer. Just your interpretation. Yes, Hannah?
Sir, rinig po.
Yes.
In Facebook po, yung version po ng lalaki is ano siya, ma-party boy and parang ang active na. Pero in real person niya po, sa real life niya is ano siya, parang siguro may pinagdaraanan siya, kaya siya nag-iinom. Ganun sir.
Ulitin mo nga yung realistic version of you. Ano yung sinabi mo doon?
Ano sir, parang may pinagdadaanan, siguro malungkot po yung tao. Parang hindi siya ganun ka-happy katulad ng nasa online.
Okay, so yeah, may pinagdadaanan. So, what others see on your Facebook account is you are active, you are a rock star, you have a lot of hobbies. Sabi kanila, kailangan mo ng 3 hobby para maging masaya. So, kung hobby mo is basketball, boxing, and video games, so yon. Kailangan mo ng 3 hobby sa buhay para maging masaya. Zumba, kung babae ka, probably manood ng mag-Netflix, K-drama, and sumayaw. So, yun yung 3 hobby mo. So, yun yung lagi niyong tatandaan, class. Kailangan niyo ng 3 hobby para maging balance yung well-being nyo. Para yung sanity nyo nasa inyo pa. Okay, yeah, that's correct, Hannah. May pinagdadaanan siya sa realistic version of in real life. So this is very different compared to what others see you when you are Facebook, but in reality, you are actually depressed, borderline, probably don't want to live anymore, something like that. But in Facebook, you seem very happy and active. So yeah, this is actually happening in the real world. Next is, okay, how do you interpret this, class? Just raise your hand if you want to answer. Okay, let's hear it from Chris. Chris Devon.
Ano po sir, sa pag online po, parang ang social mo, ano, tignan, pero in real life, hindi naman po pala.
Okay, so yeah, I agree. Okay, based here in this picture also, it seems that the person, when he is online, is sophisticated, okay? Someone who figure out the secret of the universe, or something like that. He's an intellectual. He read, you know, intellectual books, and nag-smoke siya ng pipa. It's probably very expensive. So, sophisticated, rich person yung ano niya, yung persona niya online. But in reality, is like meron siyang, untidy, unhygienic, and unattractive person compared to that. Now, if we are going to interpret this in the context of CMC, or computer mediated communication, we can say that let's give this person the benefit of the doubt, or let's give him credit. Probably he is good with something. The channel that he is famous, or that he created his person, is probably a forum website, or forum platform, such as Reddit, 4chan. Yun, yung mga forum website, Reddit or 4chan. And maybe he is very good with something, maybe in hardware or software, computer. And he might build quite a reputation on that different types of platform. So and he might have a follower also in that particular channel. And then in return, nagkakaroon ng imagination yung mga follower, yung receiver niya, na the persona that he created is probably looks like this. Okay, baka magaling siya sa sa mga, baka hacker siya, di ba? Or baka meron siyang insider knowledge or something like that. Basta magaling siya sa in certain niche thing. So yun, may followers siya. So of course the sender is this person, and the channel is probably forum platform such as Reddit or 4chan. Then he has this persona that he created from the receiver, his follower, and then he received a feedback, and that's why he keeps on doing it, and the cycle continues. So ganon yung probably interpretation that using the computer mediated communication. So here are some strategies that we are doing when we are online. Strategies, or what we are observing. First is yung corfing and verging. Class, corfing means you are disassociating yourself to the certain person, events, or circumstances. You don't want to have anything to do with those people, events, and places. Okay, so let's say may nag-add spread sa'yo from your elementary days na ayaw mong ma-associate ka, o hindi mo i-accept yung friend request. Or meron kang relatives na, tinag ka sa something, tapos inantag mo kasi ayaw mong ma-associate dun sa tao na yun. Something like that. So that is corfing. Now, verging naman is the opposite of corfing. Verging is when you associate yourself to the glory or success of other people. When you verge, what happens is, an example of this is like, let's say, yung kapatid mo, okay, nanalo sa, nakabili ng kotse, kapatid mo or pinsan mo. So nag-post ka, congratulations for your new car, something like that. So you associate yourself to the glory of that person. And let's say, yung classmate mo, naging top notcher sa LET, top 1, kunyari, naging top 1 siya. So nag-post ka ng selfie nyo. Congratulations. Okay. Congratulations, Hannah, for being the top notcher in the 2024 licensure examination for teacher. I'm very proud of you. So that's an example of verging. Okay. Verging is associating with the glory of others, while verging, disassociating with the people, events, and circumstances because you don't want to have anything to do with that people. Okay. So that's the difference between corfing and verging. Next is the shy people feel more secure. Of course, when you are online, it masks involuntary clues nga, di ba? So you don't know, even though you are shy, tendency is you will feel more, self-confidence on your social media interaction. So that's the third one. People who are more shy will be more, have the courage to approach you when you are in those different types of platform. And you also feel that you are being evaluated. So of course, it's a human nature to be evaluated, validated by others. And control of self-description and embarrassment reduction. Of course, yung mga embarrassing part ng buhay mo, you have the authority to reduce that. Okay? Kaya nga verging and corfing exist. And subjective well-being increasing. Class, everything you do online is subjective. It's not objective. When we say subjective, it means that it doesn't hold any real-life value. So let's say nag-post ka ng something, then nagkaroon ng mga 12,000 shares or 120,000 likes or reactions. You cannot convert that into money. Okay, so it's like there's a saying that being famous in social media is like being rich and monopoly. Okay, you cannot use that in real world. There's no real world equivalent value to that. So ang tendency is kapag na-hook ka sa mga different types of platform na to, yung magpo-focus ka sa mga subjective things such as followers, number of followers, likes, your fame, your persona in Facebook, which is very subjective. Anytime pwede mag-shatter yun. Dapat nagfo-focus tayo sa mga objective things such as college degree, okay, your savings, your career growth, your relationship with others, your health, your wealth. Those things are objective, which you can use. That is tangible. Okay, so basically, what you do online, okay, is intangible. You cannot hold it. Okay, there is no real world value to it. And if you focus on that, wala, talo ka. Kailangan mag-focus sa mga objective things, such as your degree, your board exam, yung mga tangible na magbe-benefit ka in the long run. So what would you do then? So very simple. You set boundaries to your online self. You ask this question: is this post or story necessary? Or you ask another question: is there a real benefit to this post? Is it funny, warm-hearted, teachable, or am I just making noise online without any purpose? So ask yourself first before you share that story, before you share that post. Is this just another noise? Okay, mas profound class kapag people are not posting anything. You ask yourself if this is really necessary or ano lang siya. Another story that very redundant. Well, kaya nga status update pag importante talaga. So let's say, okay, I arrived safely here in our home after the party. So yung status update mo. So status update nga kaya they want to be updated. Pero not every minute naman na status update. Okay, nasa loob na ako ng Jeep. Status update, nasa Teresa na ako. So, you know, you need to assess if that is just redundancy or noise online. Next is, have we, as a family or parent, resolved this issue already? An issue still being worked out at home, or either vulnerable or highly emotional, should not be made public. So ito pa, now of course, personal problems should never be, dapat hindi siya mag-leak to social media. Kasi nga, you know, it's still being resolved. Hindi pa siya tapos yung issue na yun sa family. And then, of course, you need to keep it private muna. Next, is it appropriate? Does it within the boundaries of family values? Okay, so, you know, pag nag-my day ka, nagpapatato ka, probably, masyashock yung mga, kung wala yun sa family values. Pero kung yun naman yung business nyo, kung nandun kayo sa field na yun, nagpapatato kayo, yun yung business nyo talaga. So, of course, that's inside your family values. Normal lang yun. Pero sa iba, na very religious people na parang end of the world na pag nagpatato ka, pero, you know, pero normal lang yun sa iba. So, you need to assess also. Next is, will this seem as funny at 5, 10, or 15 years, or this post better be suited for sharing in a small group? So I want to highlight here the small group. You know, class, pag may nakita kang meme, probably nakakatawa lang sa circle nyo. Kaya nga may group chat eh. So pag may group chat kayo, pwede mo siyang, yung particular post na nakita mo, doon mo lang siya i-share. Huwag mo na i-share sa mismong wall mo na meron kang 1,000 friends na mga dalawa lang yung nag-react. Kasi di nakaka-relate yung iba doon. Kaya nga, you need to also somehow share it to the circle that will understand, will get the reference that you are sharing to. Okay? So, pwede mo naman share siya sa, sa family group niyo lang, sa group of circle of friends mo. So, yun. Then, compare to posting it directly to your wall. So, those things. Okay, class, I have a little activity here. I will just simply okay, ipapabasa ko na sa inyo. Ngayon naman natin ito gagawin. Mabilis lang ito, mga 5 minutes lang. So, come up with a slogan on being a responsible online user. Okay? So, I will distribute you in a ang tawag doon? Nakalimutan ko na eh. Lagi kong ginagawa. Kasi i-distribute ko kayo sa room. Then, magbe-brainstorm kayo kung about sa slogan. Isang slogan na yung theme niya is responsible online use. Got it? So magbe-brainstorm lang kayo. Ano ba yung magandang online slogan? An example of that is, of course, the think before you click. So, of course, hindi nyo na pwedeng gamitin yun kasi gamit na yun. Yung think before you click is one slogan that to campaign responsible online use. Okay? Being responsible online. So, ang criteria is relevance of the theme, 40%. Okay? Mamaya, yung ginawa yung slogan is about animal welfare or environment hazard, climate change. So, hindi yun related sa online. So, dapat related online. Next, clarity of message. Okay? Hindi, isang phrase lang ba siya, pero yung impact niya maganda. Yan, impact kasama rin. Then, creativity and originality. So, gagawa lang kayo class ng slogan. Okay? So, I will distribute you. So, paki-screenshot na to, itong criteria, yung rubric natin. Then, I will distribute you to a breakout room. Okay, clear ba yung class? Naintindihan nyo ba? May tanong ba kayo before ko i-distribute sa breakout room? Very simple lang. I will give you 5 minutes to brainstorm what is your slogan about being responsible online use. Then, or probably 10 minutes. 10 minutes ko kayong i-brainstorm. Then, babalik tayo sa isang session na to. And mamimili kayo ng isang tao sa grupo na yun ang mag-explain kung bakit yun ang napili nyong slogan. Very simple, di ba? So, I will distribute you into, randomly, into 4 rooms. And we'll be back 1:30. So, 9 minutes yung nakatalaga na mag-brainstorm kayo para sa slogan nyo. Slogan in being irresponsible online. Being responsible online. Okay? So, I'll see you after 8 minutes. Screenshot ko lang yung mga magkakagrupo. Print screen. Okay, pumasok na kayo, class. Sa mga groups niyo.
Pwede, no?
Baka may maisip pa tayo.
Lang.
Okay, class, let's start with group 1. Paki-type sa chat box yung ano. Someone from your group, please type in the chat box your slogan. Group 1, sino sa inyo yung mag-present? Sabihin nyo lang yung slogan nyo, then bakit yun yung napili yung slogan. Very simple. Group 1? Anyone from group 1?
Sir, kami na po mauuna if ayaw pa po ng group 1. Si Charles po yung mag-represent.
Oh yes, Hannah. Group 3 ka?
Yes po, sir, group 3 po. Si Charles na daw po mauuna mauuna.
Okay, sige.
Good morning, sir. Sure. So, we come up with the slogan po, sir, na being a good citizen also comes up with being a good netizen. So,
Okay, go.
so being a good online citizen, sir, entails more than just being a secure internet user. It entails being responsible, smart, and respectful of yourself and others. So, pagka sinabi, yung ano po namin, yung slogan po namin, good, kasi po, di ba, citizenship and then netizenship. Parang hindi po mabubuo yung pagka good citizen mo pagka hindi ka responsible online. Ay, hindi ka responsible netizen kasi lalo na po ngayon sa amin, mga 21st century learners. And katulad din po sa real lives, may mga rules din po na kailangan i-follow sa when it comes to internet para po magkaroon ka ng great experience. And responsible digital netizen entails in participating in online community lives in a safe, ethical, and polite manner. So, ayun po, sir, pagka good netizen ka, parang doon mo na malalabas yung, kasi doon pumapasok po yung you are what you post. And parang in real life na kung ano yung tinanim mo, siya rin yung bunga. In a way na kung ano yung ina-act mo as a citizen, is yun din yung magre-reflect sa personality mo sa society. And ganun din po yun sa internet. Be mindful lang po sa mga pinopost natin and sinishare. Dahil nagre-reflect po yun sa personality mo. Parang doon po mabe-base if ma-judge po tayo or hindi. Kaya nagkama po kami sa being a good citizen, also come up with a good netizen.
Okay, so Charles, ikaw ba yung salita?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, I like your slogan. So relevance 40%. Clarity, very clear siya. So it's creative also and very impactful. So I really like it. Tama kasi yung good citizenship dapat may equivalent din siya na good netizenship. So which is very good. I liked it. So perfect siya. I'll give it a grade of 1. Remember class, ano to, graded to, recorded tong activity na to. I'll give you a grade for this one. Okay, so group 3 is done. Next.
Kami po, sir, group 2 po.
Okay.
Good afternoon po ulit. ano po, yung sa amin po, yung slogan po namin ay less browsing, more living. So yung idea po namin dito is, syempre po ngayon, lalo po ngayon, nung nag-start po yung pandemic, sobrang yung time po na in-spend natin sa social media, parang mas marami pa po sa time na in-spend po natin sa ibang tao po or sa mga friends, family po natin. Tapos, ayun po, these days po kasi, di ba parang, hindi naman po lahat kasi based pa rin naman po sa kung ano po yung fina-follow nyo po sa timeline nyo, kung ano po ba yung gusto nyong makita sa timeline nyo. Pero ano po kasi parang mas lalo pong nagiging toxic na po sa social media. So, parang yung slogan po namin, yung idea po is mas better po na may quality time, mas marami po yung quality time po natin sa mga taong nakakasalamuha po natin in person, yung family, yung friends nga po. Tapos connected din po siya doon sa isa po naming naisip, yung disconnect to reconnect po. Parang hindi po maganda na sa social media po umiikot yung buhay po natin kasi marami pong bagay na mas importanteng bagay na mas kailangan po nating bigyan ng pansin. Ayun po, sir.
Okay, so thank you. So very relevant then. Less browsing, more living. Okay, so I think I'll give this a grade of 1 also. So very simple lang siya. So hindi naman kailangan mahaba. Yung think before you click na, di ba? Ang ikli lang. So yeah. Impactful din siya. So yes. I'll give group 2 a grade of 1 also. Next, please.
Group 1 po, sir.
Okay. Whenever you are ready. Group 1.
Ate Jane, your mic.
Hello, audible ba ako? Naririnig?
Yes, yes.
Okay po. So, nag-come up po kami ng slogan na you don't have to post it to prove it kasi nga po ngayon, sir, lahat nga po ngayon, sir, sa online na lang dumedepende. So, parang ito po yung nagpapaalala sa atin na hindi mo kailangang i-post lahat para mapatunayan mo. Kasi minsan, sir, hindi naman tayo pare-pareho ng perspective sa buhay. Minsan, or example, kung ang isang bagay nito ay tama para sa'yo, hindi yun tama para sa iba. Nakadepende yun sa kung paano nila may interpret or paano nila may internalize yung pinopost mo. So para less commotion, less misleading na rin or misinformation, mas better po na tahimik na lang or do not post anything na lang para hindi na po magkaroon ng argument or any kind of violence po sa internet po. Yan lang po, sir.
Okay, so very catchy din siya, no? So you don't have to post it to prove it. So yun. So creative and impactful din siya. So yes, that's also a grade of 1. Group 1. So last group.
Sir, sa amin po, group 4 po. Ang napili po naming online slogan is be an online safety promoter, not a fake news peddler. Almost same thought po siya ng sa think before you post. But ito po mas pertain po sa fake news kasi nga po ang dami na pong info na available online pero hindi po lahat ng info na nakikita natin is totoo. Tapos pag share naman po natin sa iba tas hindi naman po talaga siya totoo, pwede po siyang mag-cause ng cancel culture dun sa certain person or certain topic po na mali naman po kasi mali yung pagkaka-interpret or yung info na binigay po sa atin. Yun po yung sa amin. Thank you po.
Okay, so that is for group 4. So yes, it's very relevant and Group 4, I have some comments about the clarity of your slogan because, a slogan should be easily digestible without any thought. Pagkakita mo, yun na yun. Parang think before you click, yun na yun. Then you don't have to post it to prove it. So yun na yun. So, and since one of our criteria is clarity, so when we say peddlers, of course, probably not everyone knows what's peddler. So mag-search ka pa. So yung clarity is medyo hindi perfect yung clarity and creativity and yung impact niya nandun naman. So it's a 1, 2, 5 for group 4. Okay? Okay, Erica?
Okay po, sir. Thank you.
All right. Sige. So that would be it for today's session. And you know the drill, class. Before we end this session, let's open our webcam first. Okay. Okay, let's have a heart sign, everyone. Heart icon and smile. 1, 2, 3, smile. All right. So that would be all for today's session, and have a good day ahead, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po, sir. Bye po.